Hey guys, in this video I'll be comparing 2001 Ronnie Coleman and 1994 Dorian Yates. I did a comparison between arguably their best versions a little while back. However, these 2 years are considered pretty good versions, but not the best. Both were still super competitive and of course won the Olympia titles. However, I thought it would be really cool to compare their less popular versions. Now, before the video does start, I want to thank you all for 3,000 subscribers. It's actually insane, and I hope that I can continue to make videos for a very long time. With that all being said, let's get into this new video. Here's the first pose, the front double, and this shot reveals the one key flaw in Dorian's physique, that being his torn bicep. It really throws off what should be a rather decent pose for him, and looking over at Ronnie, come on guys, it's pure domination in the arms. I would give Dorian the edge in the midsection, lats, and calves, although you can't see them. However, he really isn't winning in the midsection by much. Both don't have the prettiest midsections, and in all honesty, both look rather bad. Ronnie does easily take the quads and arms though. I mean, those bicep peaks are insane, and because of that, he wins this pose. Here's the front lat spread, and before anyone gets upset about the scaling here, keep in mind that Ronnie is sinking his head into his neck, effectively reducing his height. Although it does make him look super unaesthetic and uncomfortable in the pose, he does show more striations in the chest, larger, more defined arms, and bigger quads. That being said, Dorian shows hard, granite-like condition in those quads, has amazing shoulders, and by far better lats. While Ronnie does look more complete in terms of condition and overall muscularity, Dorian has it where it counts, that being in the lats and the overall posing technique, so he will take this pose. The side chest is an impressive shot for both guys. However, I think you can immediately tell who's winning the shot. Starting with Dorian, he presents super dry conditioning throughout the side leg and arm, a great strided shoulder and far pec, and a tight midsection. While Dorian does look good in his own right, Ronnie absolutely destroys him here. He has way more separation in the side leg, more cuts in the arm, a thicker, more strided chest, and overall more muscularity and density from the side. I think this pose is a no-brainer. However, do let me know in the comments what you think. I will say that Dorian looks super aesthetic. However, this is, it's open bodybuilding, guys. So Ronnie would definitely take this one. Turning around for the first of the two back poses, here's the rear double, and wow guys, take a look at the conditioning of Dorian. His glutes and back look absolutely peeled and shredded to the bone, and his torn bicep is barely noticeable here. Ronnie looks insane though too, having a really impressive back, albeit a bit smaller than Dorian's, with great density. His arms blow Dorian's out of the water, and his glutes, while not appearing to be as conditioned or dry, are huge, and his hamstrings look more dug out overall. This one could go either way. Personally, I'd have to give it to Ronnie since his lower body is better and his arms dominate the shot. However, Dorian has just as much of an argument to be made for the win. Here's a quick look at the Christmas trees of both men, and just look at how crazy and defined they are. You rarely see this conditioning nowadays, and it just absolutely blows me away. It's insane to see this level of mass and conditioning on, absolute genetic phenoms. Absolutely insane stuff, guys. Let's go into the rear lat spread. Going on into the rear lat spread, and wow, it looks like the conditioning for Dorian magically got worse, and Ronnie's got better by a lot. Obviously, camera angles, lighting, and all that stuff can play a major factor in how conditioning looks, so keep that in mind. Anyways, this is rather hard to judge since the photos are taken at different angles, but apart from that, Ronnie does look incredible, showcasing amazing condition in the glutes and hams. However, he is not really fully opening up in the lats. Dorian is fully opening up, showcasing his enormous back. However, his glutes and hamstrings don't look nearly as conditioned as before. However, we do know that he presented some impeccable conditioning as well, so keep that in mind. Now, honestly, I have to leave this one up for you guys to decide. Maybe I'll come up with something by the end of the video, but I want you guys to think about it. Who do you think looks better in this pose and why? Here's the side tricep, and immediately I am shocked by Ronnie in this pose. Many of you know that this is one of his worst shots. However, here he looks outstanding. His tricep doesn't look like a flat pancake at all here, showcasing amazing detail, and his midsection looks tighter than Dorian's, which I know is debatable, and his chest and shoulders are huge. Both men have great side legs here, with Dorian having a more dry look to his side leg, while Ronnie has deeper cuts and separation. Normally, I'd be extremely inclined to give Dorian an edge in this pose in almost any year, however, he really doesn't impress me all too much. Sure, his tricep is larger and better inserted, and his calves are better, however, that midsection looks super wide, and he doesn't shock me as much as Ronnie does. I know this will definitely be a controversial decision, however, I've got to give this pose to Ronnie since he presents more wow factor. The ab and thigh also has never really been a great shot for Ronnie, and in this case, he doesn't shock me or prove me wrong in any way. His midsection is super unaesthetic, which throws off his entire pose because apart from that, he has amazing quads and a great V-taper. Dorian has a much better midsection here, with it looking smaller and more defined in the abs, and his quads show great separation. Moreover, those impeccable lats create a phenomenal V-taper, which easily puts him ahead here. Honestly, this pose is sort of underrated in my opinion for Dorian, since those insane lats create a crazy looking silhouette. Here's the last pose, the most muscular, and in it both look very good. They are each, doing different variations of the pose, so it isn't necessarily the most fair comparison. However, these are the only ones I had. That being said, Ronnie looks super dense in the chest, shoulders, traps, and arms, and Dorian looks huge with great quads, a tight midsection, and strided chest. Although Dorian does look good, I gotta admit, Ronnie looks amazing. He looks so good, so dense and muscular. It's hard to beat Ronnie's most muscular pose from almost any show, even 2007. So for that reason, I've got to give this one to Ronnie. So yeah, Ronnie wins the last pose. Alright guys, that about does it for this video. To summarize it, I had Ronnie winning 5-3, since I will give Dorian the rear lat spread, however shots like the rear double and the side try are definitely debatable. Remember, this is purely my opinion, so please let me know down below what you guys think of the video, who you had winning, and why. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.